Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Gleesy.
And I'm Al.
And here at Forever I Do, we brag.
We brag.
We brag in our marriage because we build relationships according to God. So today, what are we talking about?
We're talking about today how to start.
And what are we starting?
We're starting that vision.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
So how do you start the vision? You know, we mentor and coach a lot of couples, and that's one of the big questions that they ask us. Like, you guys talk about vision. Well, how do you start it?
Yes. We actually tell them you start with your values. And that drill is this. First, you want to do it separately. So you and your significant other go to your neutral corners. Start writing out those things that you are not willing to compromise in your family life, in your career, in your pursuit of God. What are those things that you are unwilling to compromise on? And write out your top 5. And the key is write it in one word. So your values should be represented in one word.
And then my favorite part is when you come together. And I like that part because when you come together, you tell your story behind why you chose that value.
Yes. And that's the key there. Once you come together and you're telling that story, you start to find that there are common threads. So you may be talking about what for you?
Mine is be a hard worker. I went to college and became a nurse, and it was a long process, but I didn't quit. I was a hard worker and I kept at it to achieve the goal that I wanted.
So in that story, you have to be actively listening, but in that story, you may hear a theme. The theme is persistence. So maybe while you're looking at your list and you're listening, you say, I have persistence on mine. And she's just talking about hard working, but persistence keeps jumping out at me because that seems to be the theme here. So now that's that common thread to tie that value together. And now that can be one of your top 5 versus just her top 5 and your individual list of top 5.
Right.
Now you actually are merging those values together to come up with your top 5 as a couple. And that is the key one. That's where you start. Those common threads, that hard working. When you see that word, now it has a story for the both of you. And that's something you can pass on from generation to generation to generation.
Yeah.
We believe in being hard workers because of, and again, you go into that story.
It's so important to tie a why behind what you value the most because it just has so much more meaning and it sticks so much better.
Yes. So when you're writing out that list and you're doing it separately, it may take you a little while because you are thinking of those stories as you're writing those words down. But when you come together and you start sharing those stories, you should start finding those common threads that tie you both together so that you can walk lockstep and in alignment and build out that vision.
Yeah.
And another key thing that you will hear is where to start on your vision. So again, being a hard worker was about her pursuit of her career aspirations, and being persistent, you tie it to also your career goals, your family life, your pursuit of God, being persistent in that. And now you say, this is where we will start. We will start in how do we want to actually build our vision for our careers? How do we want to be persistent and hardworking in our pursuit of God or in the way we raise our children?
That's good.
That's where you actually find your common points lead you to those places where you will build your vision.
Yeah, that's so good. That is so good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us in this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to hear more from us, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for all of your support. We'll see you guys in our next video.
Brag on it.